Hi everybody. So today we're going to do another segment on course management and talk about second shots on long par fives and tee shots on maybe shorter par fours. So how many of you just love 40 to 70 yard wedge shots? The answer is probably not many of you, right? The majority of our practice time is typically spent hitting more full shots off flat surfaces especially. So on these shorter par fours or longer par fives, why would you choose to advance the ball down there closer to the green than you're comfortable with, potentially off an uneven surface and potentially off of a bad lie? So we're going to use the 13th hole here at Meridian Golf Club as an example. I'm going to cut to some photographs right now and talk about sort of the layup areas on this hole and why to hit it to different places, and then we're going to come back and talk about the green.
So here we're going to see a bird's eye view of the 13th hole, and we can see that there's a pretty wide layup area at about 110 yards out from the middle of the green. So as we zoom in, we're going to see that 42 yards wide goes all the way back to about 170 yards. But if we decide to push it up a little closer, now all of a sudden 90 yards out we're narrowing our layup area to 18 yards. So we zoom in and take another look at that, and we say, man, anywhere inside 90 yards I'm going to have to hit it pretty straight, or I'm going to have a risk of going down slope, side slope, out of the rough, to kind of a tight green and a tight flag where we need to be pretty precise with our wedge. So this is a layup you really want to think through.
So here we are now up on the green. Let's talk a little bit about where this pin placement is. So it's just over this bunker here. And if you've got that 40, 50, 60 yard shot we were talking about in the pictures just a minute ago, it's going to be very difficult for you to control both carry and spin. What you can't quite see here on the video is that as you're approaching from the fairway from this direction, you've only got 8 yards from the front edge of this bunker to the pin. The first 4 yards are actually a slight downslope, and then the next 4 yards are level and a little bit up the hill. So what you really need to be able to do is fly this 5, 6, 7 yards on the green and stop it, right? So that's much easier to do from 100, 110, 120 yards than it is from 40, 50, 60 yards off a downslope, potentially out of the rough. And it's tough, if you're 50 yards out, it's tough not to aim at this flag and put it in the bunker or put it 30 feet long and then potentially have an awkward either bunker shot or putt in a situation where you probably should have had a reasonable look at birdie. So let's cut to some more photos. We'll look at the green a little bit and talk about if you do lay up close and get a bad lie, what you might do, and if you do lay up to a distance you'll like and have a full shot, what you might do.
So as I mentioned, I think the thing to do is lay back to a more full shot so you can control your spin. If you did happen to lay up a little bit closer, you can see how tight it is over that bunker like I was talking about. You have to land it 4, 5, 6 yards on, and then you've only got 5 yards from the right edge of the green as well. So you have to be pretty precise with this shot. So let's say you hit a poor layup and you do hit it in the rough and now you've got 60 yards. It's not a bad idea to just aim a little left of that pin, and now you've got 18 yards from the front of the green, no bunker in play, no real worry about hitting it on the green, two putting, making your par, and going to the next hole.
I hope this little chat about course management has helped some of you all think about maybe some holes you play on a regular basis. So give it some thought. I look forward to any questions or comments, and if you're interested in seeing anything different, especially from a course management standpoint, please let me know.